here with metalsmith Mark Nelson, and today Mark is going to show us how to make our own tools from bronze metal clay. So why would we want to make our own tools, Mark?
Because they're going to be custom to your needs, the task at hand, and also they're going to be personal. They're going to be decorated by you.
Oh, right.
So that you can enjoy
One
them.
of a kind.
That's right.
And today we're talking about setting cabs.
Right.
So this is a tool that you would use when you're working with metal clay.
Right. Yeah. You can use this bronze tool to push an indention in the metal clay, so you can put your stone in at a later time.
Okay. Great.
So to get started, what you're going to do is just take a small lump of bronze clay and just push it into one of the shapes that you want to do.
Okay. And you're using a template that matches the size stone that you want to set into the metal clay.
Right.
Okay.
And we're going to roll this into there.
And when you're working with the bronze clay to make tools, we're using bronze because it's so strong and durable, right?
Exactly.
And it's a little less expensive maybe than the silver version?
You can, right, it's less expensive and it's very durable. It's very tough.
So this is going to stand up to the test of time.
Right, and so what we need to do is once we rolled it out, we need to let this dry without messing with it because they're calculated for shrinkage and we don't want to hamper that. So we're just going to set it aside and let it dry.
Okay.
Once it's dried, we can take it, and what we want to do is just kind of flake off the outside.
Okay.
And that will make sure that we have a nice, clean, crisp edge.
And it looks like the pieces you broke off are pretty thin, so you're making sure that it's pretty thin on top of the sizing guide.
Right.
Okay.
So we're going to set that aside. Now what we need to do is make a handle so we can actually hold on to it. And we have a lot of choices. And
this is really the decorative fun part,
This is the decorative fun part. And you can do all sorts of things here. I'm going to loop that up with a little release. And you're going to have to make two sides and because they're front and back. It's a three-dimensional. And let's take a look at that.
And that looks a little bit like a wax stamp when you're done, I think.
It does kind of, yeah. And we're going to roll this out to about 4 cards thick.
Okay.
You want a substantial handle that you can actually hold on to. So we'll take some clay.
And it does shrink a little bit when you put it in the kiln.
Oh, it will. And then we'll just take that. Once we have that, we can take our shape that we chose and push our impression into that. Lay some pressure.
So you just really gently
work it in there with your finger. And we'll have an impression.
Oh, great.
And at this point, we'll do 2 of those, and we'll cut them out however you want, and then we'll let them dry.
Okay.
Once they're dry, that's when you're going to take some slip and some other stuff, sandwich them together, and let that dry.
Okay.
Okay. The next deal is you're going to have this piece, both front and back.
So this one has already been dried and joined.
Exactly. And it's almost ready to be fired, and we can go ahead and clean these edges up before we fire it.
Okay.
And but we're going to fire all pieces together.
So how do you attach the handle to the disc?
To the disc? Well, the important thing is not to do the mold side. Okay, this is the side that you rolled on. That's the side that gets pushed into the clay.
So you want to keep that straight edge, so you use the rounded side.
Right. So we'll take this rounded side, and we'll take a little lump of clay and some slip.
And I love the way the bronze clay takes on some different colors once it's fired, too. It's so pretty.
Oh, yeah, the patinas the bronze can take are just stunning. So we'll put a little there. Right there. And this is my favorite part. This is the decorating part. And you can really make some interesting things. And just make it totally original and you know. And we'll just squish that right in there. And now we want to make sure that we get a good connection. So we'll take our tool and just kind of push this, make this a nice smooth transition.
Oh, okay.
And we'll let it dry. Okay. Once it's dry, we can come back in and do even more shaping and refining.
You would just maybe file it?
You can file it, sand it. Thing is, though, don't mess with the edge right here. Okay?
Okay.
And then we fire it according to the right schedule, and you're done.
Wow, and this is the finished one, right? After it's been fired?
That's been fired and patinaed. And that tool we push into the other metal clay to create our seat for the stones.
Okay. So here, you would press it in make your space, then fire this and glue this cab right into your space, right?
Right. Uh-huh.
And what do you use for adhering the cab?
I like a 5-minute epoxy or something like that.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Mark. This was really inspiring. I'm ready to try it.
Thank you.
Thank you.